All right. How you doing? It is amazing how fast the time flies, especially when you have a short week. How you doing? It's the radio guy, the doctor, Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. In case you hadn't heard, we've changed our Twitter and Instagram handle. Simply now, the Mike Prince Show, all running together. You can find us on Twitter or Instagram through that handle. The website is obnradio.com. YouTube, Facebook, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And without any further delay, we'll jump right into today's show. Well, we had some early HBCU action yesterday. The Lincoln Blue Tigers traveled the entire 2 hours to Springfield, Missouri to take on the Missouri State Bears. Ended up losing 52-24, but don't jump just yet. The Blue Tigers were on top in this game in the early part. 10-0. Got a fumble recovery for a 78-yard return and just jumped out on top and looked like it might have been the beginning of something special, but they did end up holding their own, being a D2 school, taking on the much stronger FCS opponent. We'll catch up with Coach Steve Smith on the backside, beginning of the week, to further break things down. But not a bad showing by the Lincoln Blue Tigers, who now turn their record to 1-1. Of course, we are in the second week of collegiate football, now in full swing. And we said we were going to pick us a MEAC and a SWAC game of the week, of course, other than a Prairie View game for our SWAC game of the week. And this week, from the MEAC side, it's going to be North Carolina A&T versus Gardner-Webb. Gardner-Webb, of course, representing the Big South. And if the Big South is sounding familiar, that's where Hampton is, at least soon to be. They're actually listed as an independent while they continue to wade through whatever they are wading through. However, that's going to be our MEAC game of the week. The Aggies going for their 16th win in a row, and it will be their third time this season that they're shooting for the non-conference win. They have taken care of business, represented not only just the MEAC, but HBCU as a whole very, very well. And of course, by now, the most quoted saying right now is by head football coach Sam Washington: "Bring me my money." So we'll see if the Aggies can continue their good fortune. It is potentially a collision course with North Carolina A&T, and it's still yet early to tell, but FAMU appears to be on the rise. It's unfortunate that Howard will not get a chance to meet up against North Carolina A&T according to the fall and the luck of the scheduling. But FAMU is on that radar, and of course, Coach Shotgun Willie Simmons leading the Rattlers. They'll be taking on Troy this weekend. But we'll be keeping a close eye on that and see how it develops as the Aggies try to get past this last non-conference hurdle, and then the rest is all conference games. And on the SWAC side of things, of course, we'll talk about Prairie View in just a moment, but our SWAC game of the week is going to be Grambling State and Northwestern State. Of course, Northwestern State representing the Southland Conference. They will be hosting the G-Men. And I think this is one that Grambling could possibly pull out. We'll see how things unfold in that area. On the JUCO circuit, we'll have some live games being covered up. Of course, the Open Mic Broadcast Network is the home of Glen Buccaneers football. And you can listen to the Bucs in action as they'll host Navarro 7 p.m. Saturday right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And then Friday night is always a big thing. We have the Battle of Waller County tonight Hempstead hosting the Royal Falcons. That game will kick off at 7:30. The Waller Bulldogs will be taking on the Brenham Cubs at 7 p.m. And we'll have Rose Hill action tonight. So all of Waller County will be covered tonight right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And of course, I would be remiss if I did not go back and give my projection for the Prairie View Sam Houston game to be featured tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. And we plan to be there and go blow for blow and tick for tat on how this game unfolds. I've been talking, I've been researching, and I've been feeling pretty good about this game. We've spoken with Coach Keeler of the Bearcats, and if you were able to read in between the lines, he's going to start Mike Dane, 6'6" quarterback, very athletic, good with the RPO, run pass option. Could potentially create some challenges. They have a prolific receiving core, but I'm still feeling good about the Panthers. Panthers come in averaging 34 points a game on the offense, and on the defensive side, they're giving up 27 points a game. So, being that this is the Panthers' third game out the gate, Sam Houston's first game out the gate, Sam Houston has had a shorter time for training, but a longer time to prepare for Prairie View. They have 2 sets of film on the Panthers, but the Panthers have the live action underneath their belt. I personally believe that the Panthers could pull this one off, providing the following categories are taken care of. Special teams play is going to have to improve. We got to make the field goals, we got to get the punts off, and we got to have good coverage. I believe that could be one of the keys. Defensively, we're going to have to show consistency and improvement of stopping the run. If we are going to bolster our secondary, then we need to make sure we are forcing people to fall into the wheel of what we're calling our strength, and that's our secondary. So we have to let them prove that they can throw the ball. But my first priority would be to put a wall up against the run. Penalties are going to be a key factor for the Panthers to have success over the Bearcats. You know you're going to be on the road. You're going to be in a hostile environment. You're going to have to keep the discipline and keep the penalties at a very bare minimal. Last game out, Panthers had 9 penalties for 100-plus yards. My quirky way of looking at things is that anytime you get over 100 yards in penalties, that equates a touchdown. Keep the penalties at bay, and the Panthers should be okay. And lastly, the mental approach to the game. The Panthers have to come into this game not only knowing that they can play with the Bearcats, but knowing that they can finish the Bearcats. If you get the lead, as I stated on the other day, the first 3 possessions for me are going to be critical. If you could show that you could move this ball at will and you can bow your neck on the defensive side, finish them. Now for my projections. With all that being said, I am saying that this is possibly going to be a wild, wild west affair and a shootout. And I'm going to say that the Panthers will have enough gas to outlast the Bearcats because it's, for me, the makings of the perfect storm. And I'm going to say that the Panthers end up winning this contest by the score of 34-30. Panthers with the victory. Don't ask me how I got 34-30, but I got the Panthers with a 4-point win over the Bearcats. Don't forget, the Carlos Brown Show is heard live right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Saturday mornings, 10 a.m. to 12 noon Central Standard Time. Of course, Brother Brown will feature coverage from the SWAC and the MEAC and everything else related to the world of HBCU and, of course, his beloved Southern Jags. And 30 minutes at the conclusion of Panthers football game, you can come right back here to the Open Mic Broadcast Network and listen to the 1876 post-game report right here on this network. Follow me on Twitter at The Mike Prince Show, and we'll give you the exact time when we'll go on the air. And depending on our location, we have multiple ways that we can go live. We'll give you the best way that you can listen live and even participate if need be. Remember that our listening partner drive is right in flow right now. We want to thank those who have already made your donations and your subscriptions and your contributions. Thank you so much. God bless you. We can't do this without you. Visit the website at obnradio.com and become a listening partner today. Remember, for you to become a listening partner, 17 cents a day, $5 a month. And that truly, truly does make a difference. Our 24-hour message line, where you can call and leave your questions, comments, or concerns, 713-570-6736. Panthers getting ready for action? We're getting ready for action. It's football all around us. Of course, starting tonight, go to the website, obnradio.com, and we have the high school coverage from head to toe. Saturday, we'll have Blend, 7 p.m. Saturday, 6 p.m., the Panthers taking on the Bearcats. And the 1876 post-game show live, 30 minutes at the conclusion. I must exit stage left. Thank you all so much for making the Mike Prince Show what it has become. PV Nation, who you rooting for? Remember to follow me on Twitter at The Mike Prince Show, Instagram, The Mike Prince Show. YouTube is Open Mic Broadcast Network, OPEN, capital MIC, all one word, Broadcast Network. I gotta go. Until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.